Hello, I'm Dave Fisher. I'm one of the partners at the firm of C3 Partners. And I'd like to introduce to you today a topic that's new in ACO quality reporting for University of Chicago Medical Center ACO, and in fact for all ACOs across the country for this year. So this comes from a ruling that CMS passed in 2024, where they announced that ACOs will have to add into their national quality reporting to CMS a group of three ECQMs, which are quality measures that are produced by your EHR. So I have to insert an update here. After we had initially published this video, CMS updated the content that they're expecting for the ECQMs. What's happening is there'll be a fourth quality measure. Quality there'll be the initial three: diabetes, A1C assessment, prevention and care of depression, controlling high blood pressure. But the fourth measure that gets added in is measure 112, also known as CMS 125 for breast cancer screening. Uh, this is a new update. All the rest of the content, everything else you'll see in the video, is the same. But please substitute these four measures for the three that we mentioned in the video initially. That process was announced in 2024. Some ACOs did a little bit of pilot work in 2024, but it's mandatory now starting in 2025. Now, what's new about these is an awful lot of things. It's really going to require clinics who are members of ACOs to use some technologies that are relatively new in their EHR. There's going to be some new processes for transmitting and providing data to the ACO. And there's going to be a new type of data file. So we're going to talk about that a little bit in this video and the couple of videos that follow it. Now, for 2025, there's three specific quality measures: diabetes, A1C for control, preventive care, and screening for depression, and controlling high blood pressure. So, what's going to be new from you? What are you going to have to do? Well, you're going to have to generate a new set of files, a new processes. You're probably going to have to reach out to your EHR vendor for maybe even configuring your EHR to be able to generate those files and like possibly to provide some training on how to run them. The files are called QRDA1, and essentially what they do is they contain patient encounter level data that you'll be transmitting to the ACO from the EHR. Now, all certified EHR products, and you're probably using a certified EHR. There are few that are not, but all certified EHR products are required by CMS to be able to produce these new data files in the format we need. So you don't have to worry about whether it exists. But one of the things is we've done some pilot studies is we found that the QRDA1 it's a technology that's not been used very much, even though it's been in EHRs for a while. So we found that sometimes it can be hard to find an appropriate person at your EHR vendor. The customer support staff may not know how to generate these QRDA1s. So give yourself a little bit of time in connecting up with them and make sure that you're as clear as you possibly can be in explaining to them what you're going to need to keep you from having to go through multiple steps. One of the things that we have observed is now and again, some of the EHR vendors may charge an additional fee to enable QRDA1. And you should feel comfortable paying that fee. The ACO has agreed to reimburse you in the event that you do have to incur additional fees to do this. Now let's talk a little bit about how this is going to happen. So I'm Jay Fisher with C3 Partners, and C3 Partners is the firm that the ACO has engaged to help with some of the administration and coordination on this project. Our role will be to provide some help and education to teach the clinics and if necessary, your EHR vendors on how to get the data and what data we need. And we've also laid out a series of milestones and processes so that we can make sure that everyone is live and able to generate production data for the first quarter. So that call to do that will happen probably sometime later on in April. And then we'll also be aggregating data reports and reporting on progress to the ACO so that when year-end reporting comes with CMS, we know that everything's in good shape and ready to go. Now, in terms of progress reporting, we've laid out about three different things. We've laid out a couple of steps that we think will help clarify what needs to happen. So first, the first step for each clinic, once we've had our conversation, is talk to your vendor. Coordinate the vendor, look for training and education, and maybe even there might be some configuration necessary in your EHR to be able to generate the three quality measures we need via QRDA1. Once you've gotten that, create a set of files. And a QRDA1 probably is going to be a set of files, probably going to be a large number of files. And remember that those files contain PHI. So you probably want to make sure that if you retain them in your environment, that they're retained in a secure place. Basically, once you've figured out how to do it, run the files, generate the set of QRDA files, and it's for this first step, this validation step. You can probably just run a month or so, whatever data you have for 2025 in your EHR that's ready to go at this point is good enough. The first step is really just kind of proof of concept. Once you've been able to prove to yourselves that you can run the data, then reach out, contact me or C3 Partners, and there's a link on the website associated with this video, or you should have already received an email from me. Reach out to us, and we'll schedule a meeting between you and the ACO and someone from C3 Partners, where we'll walk you through the process of getting credentials into the ACO system, uploading your QRDA1 files up to the ACO. And for now, that's it. I've got another couple of videos here that if you care to watch, that'll drill down a little bit more into what's the nature of QRDA1 and what production is going to look like and so forth. So if you feel the need, there's another couple of videos that are 2 or 3 minutes each. And I hope you'll find them useful. We'll be talking with all of you soon.